Hey, welcome everyone. Today I'm going to give you 3 tips about reaching your genetic potential faster with these 3 tips. Let's start with tip number 1. Tip number 1 is going to be make sure you're training hard on all of your sets. If you're leaving way too many reps in reserve, you're actually leaving a lot of muscle gains on the table. So I used to leave reps in reserve too. Now I'm not saying train to failure, take sets beyond failure, do drop sets and stuff like that. I'm not saying that, actually that's worse for muscle gains, because that's going to negatively impact your recovery and you won't be recovered on time for your next workout. Your muscles, they're not going to be ready. So when you're not able to replicate the same training performance or even improve, but the goal is to actually repeat the same performance, if you're not able to do that, you're not recovered, so you're probably not going to simulate any new muscle growth. So just wasting time. So focus on training harder. If you're not used to that, try to, over time, work on leaving less reps in reserve. That's what I did. It worked for me. And that's really going to be very helpful for reaching your genetic potential even faster, because you're just going to spin your wheels. You're not really going to make that big difference in your physique. If you're not gaining muscle, it's going to waste your time, waste workouts. Now tip number 2 is not going to be training related, it's going to be diet related. Now, to reach your genetic potential faster, you need to actually, in order to build that muscle, you need to be in a small caloric surplus over time for a long time. Again, it depends on how much muscle you actually want to gain. If you want to gain a little bit more muscle, you need to be on that caloric surplus for a longer period of time. Because if you don't eat enough, you're actually not going to build that muscle. Because building that muscle requires energy, requires protein, so the calories, they're going to be very important to actually achieve that muscle growth. If you don't eat enough, again, you'll be spinning your wheels for a very long time until you actually fix that. So again, very important. 3rd tip, again, very important, is going to be your sleep and recovery. If you're not sleeping enough, first of all, you're not going to be recovered for your next workout, and you're just going to feel lazy for your workouts. So you're not really going to be focused and you're not really going to train hard. And actually not sleeping enough, when we sleep, that's when we build the muscle. If you're not sleeping enough, you're probably going to build less muscle. So that's going to be something very important. Again, these 3 tips, they're not in a specific order of importance, but they're all very important together. If you don't do one, but you do the rest, you're not going to get the results, because to get the benefits, you need to be doing all 3.